Thank you. My name is Michael Shrieve. Thank you. I was 16 years old, and I called about a dozen of my musician friends, and I said, let's go up to the Fillmore West, and see if we can sit in. Because Michael Bloomfield and Stephen Stills and Al Kooper were playing on a super session, and I said, let's go see if we can jam. Of course, every one of them said, forget it, it's never going to happen. So I said, well, at least I could do it and say I tried. So I asked my father for the keys of the car. I went up to San Francisco. I looked like I was about 12 years old, and I pulled on Michael Bloomfield's pants, and I said, hey, man, do you think I could sit in? At least tomorrow I could say I tried, right? He said, man, the drummer's a really nice guy. Let me go ask him. Next thing I know, I was playing at the Fillmore. I don't remember one note of it. I absolutely remember nothing. But what I do remember is backstage, I met David Brown and Stan Markham, the original manager of Santana. And they said, we're thinking about getting another drummer. And I was a fan of the band, a big fan of the band. So I gave him my number, and I never heard from him. A year later, I'm 17 now. I walk into a recording studio in San Mateo, California, trying to hustle free recording time like you usually do. And I'm walking in the studio, and out comes the original drummer of Santana, just like this. The band's recording their first album for CBS, for Clive. They had a big fight, a big falling out. I recognized a couple of the guys. They asked me to sit in, play, and jam. We played all night long. At the end of the night, they said, listen, you want to join the band? I said, let me check my schedule. They followed me home to my parents' house. I literally woke them up about 4 or 5 in the morning, and I said, see you later, this is where I get off. Got in the car with them. They knew they were very supportive, So I moved up, I got in the car with them, drove up to the Mission District where they were all living, slept on the couch for about a year. So here I was, a little white boy from the suburbs. Now I was living with a militant black, a Nicaraguan, a Puerto Rican, and a Mexican. And this was before PC. Now, this was during the hippie movement, but I soon found out that this was no hippie love thing. This was like a street gang, and their weapon was music. It was wonderful education for me. 1 year later, we did record the album, and another year later, Bill Graham got us on the bill at Woodstock for $500. We didn't make much money, but it was the biggest break of our career. And ever since then, I haven't heard anything less about it. Everything I've ever done since, everybody said, man, I saw you at Woodstock, I loved it. I'm 38 years old. Well, I'm not. I'm 38 years old, I'm walking down Fifth Avenue, people are saying, man, what happened? You got old. I said, man, I was 18 years old, till you got old too. It was the most wonderful experience, the most wonderful education as a young man, as a young drummer. I'm so grateful to have been playing in this band. I'm really grateful and feel honored to be a part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But even more, I want to say that I have been really grateful and honored all my life to have been a part of making music with these guys up here on the stage. I thank you very much.